You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free.
And we are back. It's another Friday night at 8 p.m., which is our only schedule. Our only schedule for anything cheer in the Philippines. You should be here. If you're a fan, you're an enthusiast, you're a former athlete or current athlete, you should be here watching us and joining us in our discussion. Good evening, everybody, and good evening to my one and only Miss Beautiful co-host, Anya Reyes.
Hello, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome once again to Pep Talk. It's already season 9. Oh, sorry, episode 9 of season 5. And ito na nga, I think, ito yung mga episodes na super exciting because we finally opened our 2021 virtual championships. And so, ito yung ating mga weekly updates. And, just so you also guys are in the know of ano na nga ba ang ating timelines towards the much-awaited virtual championships.
Right. So we're actually 8 days out. Anya mentioned yung timelines natin. Guys, 8 days out tayo from before closing the applications. So please go on our Facebook, go on our website before it closes. Application lang po yan. So you join as many divisions as you want. Tell us where you're from and we will let you know if you're moving on to the qualifiers. But now there's nothing to lose. Just add your name to the mix. Group, solo, or duo. Remember, we are getting from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao and NCR again 20 teams per division per area. If you saw the divisions, we have I think 28 divisions. So we're getting 20 teams per. Sumali na kayo. And then after that, we will narrow it down to 10. And then we will announce the top 3 for each division.
Yep.
So,
Woo-hoo,
and again,
exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. And this is, again, open to everybody. This is a national open, guys. So,
for as long as you're 13 and above, you're very much welcome to join, regardless if you are part of a current team or club or something, if that even exists here, or
Right, right.
you're already a retired athlete that just wants to get back together with your old batchmates and try once again
Right.
in competing. I'm sure nakakamiss mag-compete.
Right. So again, and I'm sure you have questions on how to join the nationals.
Yeah.
But please, it'll be on the website. Just go on the link that we provide for the registration, and
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
Actually,
yeah, and right now, so like what Boss said, the applications are still open, meaning, guys, until July 17th, until Saturday next week, we're just accepting parang registration forms. Actually, hindi parang.
mm,
We are just accepting registration forms. You do
uh,
not need to pay for anything, or you don't need to submit your video entry
mm,
just yet. So this is just your intent to join the competition and what division slash S divisions you
right,
want to
right.
join. So guys, ito talaga yung pinaka, kung takot kayo sa commitment, wow. Wala pang full commitment. Isang one foot through the door pa
Right,
lang itong applications. And
right.
if you haven't watched our previous episodes, after the application period, that's when we'll screen the applications and we'll let you know if you are going to be part of that 20 for your region,
Right.
to submit your entry and pay for the fees for the divisions that you want to join. So again, guys, until Saturday next week na lang. Oh my God, ang bilis ng
Uh,
araw. Nakakaloka.
Fill up lang kayo ng fill up, guys. And then, kung you decide also that you don't want, you're picked and you don't want to join, okay lang. But at least nandun yung mga pangalan nyo, at least alam namin. Because we have to gather all the names, and this is open to everybody around the Philippines, ha.
Yep.
So Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, kahit sa Zamboanga, kahit sa what is that? Yung magandang place sa north, pinaka-north, Anya, the province.
Batanes.
Batanes.
Batanes was it?
Mula Batanes hanggang Hulo. That's Itbulaga. So
Yeah.
that's
Yung
the
mula
song of
Apari.
Itbulaga. Apari pala. Apari.
Yeah.
Apari.
Apari.
Mula Apari hanggang Hulo. Mali pa ako. A pala yun. A.
Yeah, but
So-
Batanes is also there. So, yeah.
Right, somewhere there. They
So,
say
a
on
place that I want to
clear,
visit.
right. They say on a clear day you can actually see Taiwan
Yeah.
from that area. So
From-
that's how near it. That's how far it is from. But it's open, and then pag 18 and above, sali rin kayo, guys. So there's nothing stopping you this time. Pakita kayong gilas online. Okay. So, Anya, you have something first to promote before we introduce
Yes.
our guests? Yeah.
Yes, of course. I have my Anya recommends, as always, if not often. So I talked about this before. It is our anti-mask me mask. But now it comes in 4 new colors. So if you check dyan, boss, if you can just select medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
Saan yung
Try.
medium?
Ayan,
Here,
yung size, yan. Just pick medium, ayan. And then if you see the color, yung color, when you click on it, may mga new colors kami. Ayan. So, mukhang naubos na yung dalawa namin. Nabuti na lang nakakuha ko. But that's yan, yung what you see on your screen. So we have the navy, the olive,
Right.
and then we also have sky blue and pink. And right now though, medyo mahirap lang talaga magdala ng stocks in the Philippines, but we just have them in medium and large. For me, personally, small fits me best. But I do have the medium nung olive green, and okay din naman siya. Okay siya na pang double mask. So yan yung nasa ilalim, and then I have another mask over it. Kasi nga, the mask itself is, as the name suggests, is anti-mask me. So at least yan yung nasa ilalim para nga even if I talk, hindi ako magkakaroon ng pimple. And kita naman siya on my face, hindi ako pinipimple in this area. Dito lang. Sa noo lang. Meron pa ako sa noo ngayon. Pero at least dito, di ba? I don't have that, hindi
Right.
ako nagbe-break out, which nangyayari siya, as in, namumula siya, or like, yun nga, nagkakaroon ng pimples here and there when I use a regular mask. Although, if you do find a size that's snug, like for me, the small one, I use it as is on my own. As is lang talaga, on its own. Yung medium lang kasi nga, I really wanted the olive color. I got the medium. Yun lang, medyo maluwag lang siya banda dito sa face ko. Little bit lang. But, okay din siya. But syempre, dahil praning ako, nagpapatong na lang ako over it. So, yan. Our new colors, I think if you select large, boss, baka meron pa ng ibang colors. Ayan. Can you see the drop down? Ayan. So, meron pa nung large na olive and navy blue. The large is usually best for men. Yung medium yung, I think, bitin talaga sa, well, at least for my husband, bitin yung medium sa kanya. So, large was the best size for him. So, yung medium, I think, is depende na lang kung gaano kalaki yung face mo. Kung medyo malaki yung face mo for a girl or maliit yung face mo for a boy. But yeah, yan yung 4 new colors namin. We have sky blue, pink, olive, and navy blue. And again, the ear loops are adjustable. If you see closely, may parang plastic na parang tube siya na you can adjust back and forth sa strap para mas snug yung fit. And it's 590 each, but if you buy 2, so every 2, nagiging 990 pesos na lang siya. So if you buy 4, that's 990 times 2. Hindi na magmamath, but yun. Basta every 2, it's 990 na lang instead of 590. And of course, that's available. The new colors are exclusively available in the website at shop.melomed.com. But for our old colors, which are gray, beige, and black, they're also available at the clinic. But syempre, di ba, ba't ka palalabas if available siya online?
Online, correct. Yes. All right,
that's
very good.
Our new color, so cute. I recommend the pink and olive. Yun lang. Arte.
Okay, good. Well, guys, shop at melomed.com, right?
Shop.melomed.com. Yep.
Shop.melomed.com. Yeah, for the new anti-mask knee.
Yes, anti-mask mask
2.0. So new colors, cute. If you want to look like Anya, bilhin na kayo ng Melomed. All right. So, actually, feeling ko lahat ng guests natin tonight, lahat ng nagko-comment tonight, required attendance yata to ng isang guest natin. Di ba?
Oo.
Medyo
parang
iisang...
Iisa yung profile picture.
Parang attendance. But anyway, so speaking of, let's bring him in first. Kasi kilalang siya dito sa cheerleading community. He's been competing with NCC for different schools, diba? For a while now. And he's always been a supporter of the NCC from the start till today. And he's also Bianca's favorite coach now kasi maraming tanong, diba? So guys, for the first time on NCC, on national television, please say hello to Coach of Ika Cavite, Archie Maris.
Hi, good evening to everyone. Good evening, NCC. Good evening, boss, and good evening, Coach Anya, of course.
Yan. Tapos good evening ka rin sa mga estudyante mo nag-attendance.
Nagulat ako doon sila lahat. Hello sa Ika All-Stars. Yes. And sa homies, syempre. And of course, the Ika community, mga co-faculty ko rin. Hi.
Kilig na kilig siya. Oh my God. Hi, Coach Archie.
Hi, Hala.
Yan. So, all right. So, but then we have another guest also who's always been, it's like we've known him for a long time, but when you think about it, we haven't really met and gotten to know him any better. But because he's been with us in Pep Talk and he's a very passionate fan of cheerleading and always passionate about the growth of the sport. Guys, for the first time also tonight on a Pep Talk, please welcome our new old friend, Mr. Mark Prado.
Hello, NCC. Hi, Bossitos. Coach Anya, Coach Archie. Nice meeting you. First time, no?
Yeah. First
Yeah,
time.
but it
Good.
doesn't feel like first time kasi lagi ako nandito. Laging ako nasa chat. Ngayon nasa ano na ako.
Same thing,
Oh,
lagi nila
Nasa live.
nag-chat eh.
So wait, let's go on from that. It doesn't feel
Nakamute
like
si
the
Coach
first time.
Anya.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like go.
Yeah, no, kasi ano nga, para sabi ko baka, tawag dito, nagtataka sila, parang hindi yata naka-tune in si Mark, walang nagko-comment. Yun pala, andito kasi siya. Yun lang naman yun.
Oh, yeah. So, but going off, from that, Mark, why work did you ever tell us about your background? How did you get interested in cheerleading? Bakit cheerleading, but hindi yung other sports? And where did you compete, if ever? Tell the community para makilala ka nila.
Okay, for everybody na rin, no? So I'm Mark Prado. So right now I'm maintaining a YouTube channel and it's all about cheerleading. I mean, most of the contents there are cheerleading topics. So nag-start yung passion ko sa cheerleading when I was siguro high school. So at first, syempre, we don't have enough knowledge about cheerleading. All we have in mind is like parang hey Mickey, something like that, parang pom-poms, and then all the items na parang common na ina-associate sa cheerleading. So being sassy, something like that. So parang ganun lang yung definition ko ng cheerleading before until I watched UAAP cheer dance competitions. That's the start na parang nag-iba yung definition ng cheerleading sa akin na there's something serious about it, parang ganun. At first I was just thinking na cheerleaders they cheer the athletes, but the cheerleaders as well are athletes by themselves. So at first, follower tayo talaga ng some of the best teams in that era. That was the UP Pep Squad, the USD Salingawi Dance Troupe. So alam niyo na kung anong period 'yun. So, something like parang nag-start ako nanood 2002 pa. So napanood ko pa si Coach Paula in 2003 doing the headstands. Kaya nung nag-guest si Coach Paula, na-mention ko yung 2003. And then ayun, unfortunately, I didn't study sa UAAP schools like parang as planned sana kasi I only had Mapua and St. Louis University as college. So they're non UAAP schools, so wala talagang chance. So but even so, nag-subscribe pa rin ako sa cheer dance, sa UAP cheer dance competition. Hindi nagbago yung yung interest. I actually joined the pep squad in our school. So college and university, the varsity pep squad. Although ang problema kasi that time hindi pa ganoon ka-educated yung yung mga tao in terms of cheerleading. I mean, konti pa lang yung in terms of the technicalities and
Yeah, for
mga
sure.
rules. So but the passion is still there. Parang gusto kong laging kinagaya yung mga yung mga videos ko. So lagi kong ginagaya yung mga tumbling ng mga mga nananalo sa mga cheerleading competitions. And then the rest is history. Andito ako ngayon as a cheer vlogger. I guess I can consider myself as like that kasi parang half of my life I subscribe to cheerleading, so it's hard to separate myself from cheerleading. So I feel like I'm representing the fans already because I've been here for so long. Yeah.
Grabe.
that
What-
was me.
What can you, siguro for non-fans, I mean, paano ko ba siya explain? Hindi naman sila like haters sila, but like, I guess casual fans. How would you explain yung interest mo sa cheerleading to mga casual fans, or yun nga, parang non-fans na parang di naman nila get what this hype is about. Itong kukulang natin ng panahon. What can you tell them na parang yun yung, or ano yung nag-hook talaga sa'yo to be this involved?
Wow. Actually, at first, siguro ang naging starting point ng pagiging fan ko is wala naman talaga akong sports to begin with. And so, parang when I learn about cheerleading, parang I alam mo yun, parang swak na lang. Parang siguro it's cheerleading is not for everybody, but um cheer siguro I would encourage them, or what I can say about cheerleading is you have parang it has a lot of scope kasi. So it could be in the entertainment field or
Mm.
sa sports. So
Yeah.
a lot of inclusion kumbaga. So a lot of flavor, may cheer dance competition, there's dance competition. So actually yun sa mga casual fans, actually when they watch naman cheerleading, 'di ba? Parang nakiki-cheer din naman sila or naa-amaze din naman sila even
Yeah.
if they have little knowledge. So
Yeah.
cheerleading is made siguro for me kasi as a cheerleader. Cheerleading is not just limited sa compet mats, right? So parang start lang siya of your role in the community, and yeah, we spread positivity to our community, not just in cheer community.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to learn in cheerleading actually, no? So in cheerleading, you get to learn or you get to know a lot of people. You get to meet a lot of them, different personalities. So it's a parang a venue of um, parang kumbaga sa inclusion ba, 'di ba? Nowadays napaka-laking topic ng inclusion. So I
Yeah.
think it's one of the things that cheerleading can teach you or uh, for everyone. So
Yeah.
medyo
How
mahaba na
about
yung sagot ko.
how about you, Coach Archie naman? I mean, of course, we already know that you are one of the pillars in cheerleading.
Talaga.
But please, I mean, kung merong mang hindi nakakaalam, how did you
Pillars
get?
ba si Archie? Pillar ba si Archie? Matanda na ba si Archie?
Hindi ko naman sinabi yung sa age. Siyempre, iba naman yung pagiging haligi. Minsan, pwede ka namang bagets, di ba? Oh, gusto mo yun. Pero, just in case may mga hindi nakakaalam, please do tell us, Coach. I mean, how did you get into cheerleading and into coaching ngayon? Of course, in one of the most, ano ba to? Not coveted. What's the word I'm looking for? Much awaited, kinaabangan teams. Yan.
Mm.
Salamat po. Well, it all started when I was in Perpetual. Year 1998, kailangan ko sabihin na natawa ako. Okay, sige, fine, nasabi ko na 1998. So, parang na-curious lang ako ano ba yung tryout, yung perf. So, parang traditional pa yung trads, like in LaSalle and also other UAAP schools. So, parang nag-try lang ako. Pero alam ko naman na magaling ako sumayaw that time. So, parang, ano to, try ko kaya. So, doon nag-start. Then, nag-train cheers. So, more on cheers muna kami, syempre, at first. Then, we transitioned to dancing, to stunting na rin when I was in Perpetual. Then, napunta na ako ng Letran, a student coach. Then, yun na, nagturo na rin ako sa high school ko, alma mater ko, which is yung Immaculate Conception Academy. Diba? Yung team ko ngayon. So, doon ako nag-start kapag may mga intramurals. Nagtuturo ako. And
It always starts there.
Yun, hanggang sa na-enhance lang din ako with the help of NCC, of course, no? Nag-a-attend ako ng camps and with the assistance din of Coach Arnold of CCP Bobcats. Parang ano na ako dati, parang alaga niya ako before. Kaya noong 2006, nandun na rin ako, parang ina-assist ko na rin yung CCP that time kapag wala si Coach Arnold. Okay, so
Wow.
Ayun, doon na lang, salamat, thankful ako sa NCC kasi talagang it really enhanced my capabilities and of course, yung wisdom ko sa pag-coach. No? Kasi syempre, kapag nag-i-start ka sa, maliliit na competitions, ano lang pa lang naman yung mga materials mo, kumbaga, hilaw pa. But eventually, with the camps and trainings from NCC, of course, mas mas nagiging malawak yung kaalaman mo tungkol sa cheerleading, which is dati alam ko lang din cheer dancing, no, akala ko walang cheerleading din talaga. So sa NCC ko lang din natutunan lahat. So ngayon, coach na lang ika ng high school team.
Yeah, and I think ang ganda, ang sarap din ng feeling no, Coach, na parang yung sinasabi mo nga kanina na you started off na hilaw, tapos makikita mo kung paano, di ba? I mean, nakikita mo yung improvement and every day talaga, I think the learning never stops for
And that's,
everybody, diba?
that's the challenge din po sa mga coaches kasi kailangan talaga every year, kailangan may bago kang ilalabas. No, kailangan
Oo.
may gagaling pa talaga kahit mahirap mag-recruit and all.
Yeah,
Right.
and Archie, you were part of the Team Pilipinas also dun sa
Yes, so sorry,
Charles,
nakalimutan ko, sorry. Sorry.
Oo, kasama ka pa doon.
Naging part din po ako ng Team Pilipinas coaching staff, no? At
Yeah,
twice ata ako nakapunta ng Singapore to compete with the Philippine team, all girls. And both
yeah,
golds yon.
O, diba?
right. Yeah.
Gold lang naman. Ginintuan mo naman. Maliit na bagay. Yes.
Right. So you're now with Ika, and obviously, Archie has always been an active member of NCC, and he's always volunteered his services if we need dito sa NCC. And we appreciate that. That's part of the community aspect of it. But I wanted to ask him also, before we go into training, you've had ups and downs, diba, Archie? Ups and downs dito sa cheer. I mean, figuratively as well as literally ups and downs, diba? With cheerleading. But what keeps you coming back to the sport? From Mark Prados, from a fan's perspective, it's so heartwarming to see and to experience it live, the way he talks about it and passion. And I want to hear from you. Bakit ka bumabalik-balik? Ba't di ka na lang mag-asawa sa abroad, gano'n? Tapos hindi ka na mag-cheerleading. Ba't ka bumabalik-balik dito sa cheerleading?
Kung ano lang boss ang citizenship, no?
Okay.
Yun na lang ang labanan in the end.
Well, boss, katulad din na sabi nga rin ni Mark kanina, no? Talagang passion. Passion ko na talaga siya ever since, no? Simula nung hi Coach Ramon. Simula nung na-appreciate ko na talaga what cheerleading really is. Nasa ano ka na siya, veins, nasa katawan ko na siya. Naging passionate na ako about the sport. And also, nakikita ko yung mga bata na gusto talaga lang itry. And of course, as a coach, I want to be the bridge. Wow, bridge. I want to be the para ituro sa kanila yung mga nalalaman ko rin, which is, syempre galing din sa NCC or sa iba pang platforms or ang organizations na pwede ko talagang i-share sa kanila. Kasi marami naman talagang kabataang talagang indulge into this sport. Wala lang silang access or wala lang silang someone that will really push them through to learn the sport. Talaga ako sa passion ko ito. And of course, yung love ko na rin sa team ko, syempre, alma mater ko rin kasi yan. Kumbaga, dalawa yung reason eh.
Yeah. And I think that's common among us, no? I mean, regardless kung coach ka, kung former athlete ka, if you're a casual fan, I think the passion will always be there. Like yan, kami ni Boss, diba? Parang, I don't think we'd like continue this on until season 5. If not for the passion. And for the coaches then, diba? I don't think we would come up even with the 2021 Open Championships. Diba? Parang it's always naman, we were always thinking na, shocks, feeling namin sobrang hayok na kayong mag-compete, tapos nabitin ng 2020, parang, di ba, ang hirap niyang ma-accept na hindi ka magko-compete for 2 years in a row. And for cheer fans na wala silang mapapanood, na wala silang aabangan, and alam niyo yan, every year, syempre mag-aabang na yan, shocks, ano kaya yung theme ng team na to? Ano kaya yung pasabog uli nila coming from last year? Yung mga ganyan na it's so hard not to give them anything. And here we are with the 2021 Open Championships. So we also want to bring you guys on board because, of course, we want to get your thoughts on the entire setup of it. And siguro, Coach Archie, from a coach's perspective, ano yung adjustments mo when it comes to training and to be, coming up with your entry. Entry siya, di ba? Di ba, Coach? The expectation. And syempre, for Mark, parang ano naman yung ano naman yung expectations
Perspective.
mo
Mm.
and perspective mo for a virtual format versus before na we were all sanay na may math, crowd, ang ingay, kakabibili ka ng pagkain sa labas, pero ito wala, sa bahay lang, di ba? So yun, I think my first question siguro for Mark, what are your expectations for a virtual format? And ano yung tingin mong mag-iiba? I mean, of course, for the fact na iba yung on-ground and virtual, but
Mm.
mag-iiba ba yung excitement or ano yun, yung ganun ba?
It's gonna be different for sure, diba? And it's gonna be a challenge for every one of us. Of course, the participants, the organizers themselves. I believe na parang tinatanong nyo yung mga sarili nyo if, is this format uh, or will this format work sa mga sa mga fans. Well, ako din as a fan, medyo din ako, hindi ko rin alam kung anong i-expect ko, but I had some or I have seen some competitions din kasi sa kunwari sa Japan. They adapt to the current situation, although they made it live. Pero parang dalawa lang ata yung members na nagko-compete, parang so they're just doing gymnastics, something like that. So we are also thinking na parang ang hirap niyang i-judge because we are limited with the technicalities that we are going to judge. So it's also a challenge for everybody, all the participants, kasi they have to make it clean. Parang all the details in sa gymnastics or the dance itself. So they have to pay attention to those details kasi parang any error would cost them the title or the championship. And for the fans, yeah, I think the interest of the fans will be there because uno na kaming gumawa ng content. Parang me as a vlogger, hindi ako makagawa ng content. Parang they always request me to create new contents about cheer reactions, but of course the hype is not there kasi medyo matagal na yung mga competition, and since I'm a cheer enthusiast, medyo hindi ko na ma-express yung excitement ko then. Tapos i-review ko kasi I've seen most of the routines available
I'm sure.
out there. So parang kaya rin ayun. So, I really miss doing comments sa mga cheerleading competitions, especially because I'm always looking to the upgrades na ginagawa ng mga ng bawat teams.
Yeah.
I actually watch international competitions a lot before going to UAAP cheer dance competition. So I miss that kind of lifestyle. Parang ina-anticipate ko na talaga baka ito gagawin to ng ganitong school. So nami-miss ko 'yon. Actually 2 years na, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
nalulungkot talaga ako as a fan, as a follower of cheerleading.
Ayan. So ikaw naman, Coach Archie, ano yung pinag-iba in terms of preparation for the virtual championship? I mean, actually division pa lang eh. Ang laki na ng pinagkaiba. And then not to mention, of course, our limitations right now because of the pandemic. So without of course giving away all your secrets. Syempre, mahirap na.
Alam mo secret.
Pero I'm sure a lot of coaches would still be able to relate for a virtual format. So how are you, Coach, coping? And paano kayo magpe-prepare for this?
Well, simula naman nung nagka-pandemic, well, at first, syempre, ayoko nang, i-skip ko na yung part na yun, na alam mo yan, may mental effect to us. Pero simula naman nung nagkaroon na ng school year, last 2020 to 2021, talagang meron kaming virtual training na. So, hindi naman nag-stop yung training namin. And we are just so lucky na lang talaga na, nagkaroon ng virtual NCC for this year. Although talagang pinagdasal namin na magkaroon kahit na ano pa yan. Talagang sabi ko, kahit na ano yan, salihan natin. Sabi ko kasi sayang naman din talaga yung training namin virtually.
Yeah.
Kasi, of course, medyo the students are rendering extra hours na after their, normal online classes. And sometimes medyo nasisita na rin sila ng parents. But of course, since yun nga, passion talaga na nila to, at least 1 hour a day is really okay na kami doon. No, unlike before na pag face-to-face, 3 hours, kulang pa kami. Pero ngayon,
Oo.
parang okay na kami, masaya na kami sa 1 hour na virtual. Kasi
Right.
para lang makapagkita-kita kami, kasi hindi naman kami nagkakasama-sama talaga physically. And of course, ma-check din namin yung skills. So,
Yes.
yun lang din yung naging maganda din siguro sa program namin kasi non-stop yung training kahit virtual. So, I got to check on their skills every week and I was able to inform them of the things or the skills that they need to improve on, the things that they need to work on. So, na-monitor ko pa rin sila. And luckily, tulad nga sabi ko kanina, NCC gave us this kind of competition para at least ma-showcase namin yung mga pinag-trainingan namin or pinaghirapan namin for the past months. No? So, kaya talaga sabang, na ano kami, nasayahan kami. Although ako naman kasi, medyo kabado kasi nga virtual tapos video. Although, nag-edit rin naman ako ng video, kaya medyo alam ko na yung gagawin. No? So, nakakaba lang din kasi nga, at the same time challenging kasi syempre maraming mga elements na nawala. And of course, two of those are yung forte pa namin sa high school. The pyramids and the tosses. Of course, the stunts. So, yung tatlong yun, yung mga forte namin, yung pa yung babay niya. Buti na lang, lagi ako pinapagalitan ni Coach Bianca kaya nai-improve yung basic elements ng team natin. For this virtual NCT.
Ayan.
No, but yeah, it's. I just wanted to add, no. Yes, actually, even as organizers, nahirapan kami because it's easy to organize a virtual competition if the cheerleaders are allowed to practice together. In school, kunyari, balik sila sa school, they train, and then padala sila ng video, we can judge it virtually. Anong problema yon? The challenge is that even that is denied us. We're not allowed to do that. So I think we're the only, well, maybe Indonesia now also, and Malaysia are not allowed to train together. So it's different. It's different because, but sabi nga namin, and just to tell everybody here tonight, Archie has been requiring me to hold a national championship since 2020, last year pa. He says, requiring, sabi niya, he will send me a message saying, "Sir, we have to have a national championship. Basta magtayo kayo ng national championship. Sasali kami." Because as a coach, I guess, and he feels for his athletes also. Because the athletes, you know, at high school, sometimes when you finish high school, alis na kayo eh. When you go to college, baka iba na yung gagawin nyo. You might not do cheer. So this is your last as senior.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, and even sa States, when they started canceling these competitions, yung pinaka maingay na grupo to hold competitions in the States are the parents. They were demanding talaga that the organizers find a way kasi kawawa naman daw yung anak nila.
Totoo.
Nag-training all of this time. This is her senior year, and then you can't not. And she was expecting it so much. And like what Archie and Mark were saying, it's also very mental because it's a psychological thing that you have to go through, and you suddenly natanggal sa'yo. So we thought, and with Anya and the core group, sabi ko kay Bianca, Archie, na nagde-demand si Archie ng national championship. Lagot tayo pag wala tayong national championship. So we thought, we read the we speculated how it would be in later months and said, let's try it out. And like Anya said, this is like NCC 2.0 literally, kasi virtual. And if we do it well and we do it, then we will really open it up. Because as you know, this is just all application, and we're capping the qualifying teams, right? for now. But once
Yeah.
we get our processes, kasi medyo mabigat eh. So, i-upload yung video. Then we have to get enough space for all the videos. Tapos magja-judge sila online. Tapos download yung videos. Medyo
Yeah.
mabigat na usapan yan. It's not as easy as, you know,
Yeah.
for the
And I
teams.
think-
Sige.
Yeah. Kasi parang I think siguro ang challenge din for this is, hi Faye!
Hi,
Shout
Faye
out daw
Pasqua.
Hi, Faye.
kay Mark. Parang
Yeah. Go
all
ahead.
these years, parang we learn from the previous seasons. And
Mm.
then for the virtual, we have no basis at all on
Right.
how to do
That's it.
everything. 'Di ba? So parang
Exactly.
paano? And I
Mm-mm.
think ito talaga yung this will really set the bar for all of us, na for the coaches, for us, the NCC, the organizers, na parang after this year's virtual championships, yun na, we know na where we can improve on, where we could continue, ano ba yung mga nag-work for us, and wala, it's an entirely new thing altogether. So, kasi yung on ground, alam na natin yan eh, di ba? Kahit tayo rin, coach, I'm sure, alam mo na yung rhythm niyan from registration, sa mga bayarin, sa
Right.
mga papeles ng mga students mo. Alam mo na yan eh, kabisado mo na yan eh. Pero sa virtual, kapaan tayong lahat, di ba?
Totoo po.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. Mark, you wanted to add?
Yeah, pero iniisip ko rin, parang these people in the cheerleading community, itong mga cheerleaders natin, itong mga coaches natin, I think these people are the most, resourceful if people na nandito sa mundo. And because nandiyan ang cheer mix kasi, so they have the skill in the computer, hindi pwedeng wala yon. So I'm kind of confident na they would give us something that will surprise us, parang ganon. Feeling ko yun yung
Right.
mangyayari talaga.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I just wanna wait. Let me share something I found online. Now, this is from a team from Jensan, a virtual cheerleading competition. Tignan mo. So, even that. Of course, may editing yan na hindi pwede sa atin for this competition. Pero these are kids from General Santos City. I'm not sure if it's NDDU, Holy Trinity College of General Santos City, Philippines. And it just goes to show, mamaya sasayaw-sayaw yung mga yan. So this is their virtual because they cannot, yeah. So, so this is the resourcefulness that Mark was talking about
Yes.
earlier. Of course, may mga editing na hindi allowed sa atin, no? But
Yeah.
imagine,
That's it.
that's the spirit, di ba?
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
how it is.
yung nag-pass na yun, okay na sana, inusog na lang niya para di kita yung labada eh. Pasok na siya eh. Sa video rules natin yun na lang isog na lang niya ng slide. Ewan ko lang kung may space pa kasi dun eh.
Oh,
ang
tama, may
Elevator,
stop pa siya.
Amazing.
May elevator.
Kuya,
That's
galing
That's creativity at its finest, right?
In fairness.
Virtual.
Pwede ba yun?
Hindi pwede.
Just kidding.
Kasi,
It will not
ang
be your
daming-
stunt skills justice, coach.
tsaka hindi labanan ng editors to. Baka, alam mo naman tayo, magaling mag-edit. So, there's going to be problems with that. But what I wanted to ask you guys, Archie and Mark, given this, kasi itong Tokyo Olympics coming up, and I'm not sure if they canceled it yet, di pa yata, pero yung Southeast Asian Games na canceled. Itong Tokyo Olympics coming up, where do you see, you've been a fan of cheerleading since the beginning, Mark, and Archie, you've been a fan and coach and a cheerleader also. Assuming they do announce, there's plans to announce, and we'll get to the ICU news in a bit, but there's plans to announce that cheerleading will be a permanent member na of the Olympics. Okay? Kasi right now, it's provisional. So provisional meaning all sports go through that, especially the new sports. And then you have to prove and comply with all their requirements. Medyo madugo yung requirements, anti-doping, uh, sexual harassment, all of those things in an athlete. You have to submit it to the Olympic Committee. Madugo, and I know because I'm very close with the Secretary General of the ICU. So he tells me it's a pain, but it's required. It's compliance. So you have to do all of that, and then after how many years that they were the official, now they're going to announce, okay, di ka na probationary, permanent member ka na. Okay, what does that mean for us? That will mean now that pretty soon it will be included in the Asian Games, and after Asian Games, probably the Olympics. What my question to you is, first, because if in Olympics, it's not going to be many divisions. They'll probably get an all-girls and a co-ed division, right? Olympics, assuming, right? It's like basketball. There's only one men's division and women's division. Walang juniors division dyan, walang, okay? So they're probably going to go level 6. Right? So if it's level 6 and the US is going to be definitely our competitor, from now till, let's say, 2024 Olympics, is 3 years from now, 3 years from now, 2.5 years from now, what are our chances, and if ever, what do we need to do to improve the chances of Team Pilipinas all the way till 2028? Because the 2028 Olympics, assuming we're included there, is going to be in LA. 2024 is in Paris. But let's say 2028. That gives us 7 years. And we always ask this, what do you think as a fan of all the cheerleaders around the world and the routines? As a coach also, what do we think we need to start now? With what? How do we recruit? Assuming, ganito, this is a fun exercise. What if you both were the heads of the Team Pilipinas program? What would you do? How would you how would you go about it? And assuming walang budget problems,
Okay.
right? How would you do it? And down to how many times a week? How long in a year do they have to commit? That type of thing. And the goal, let's say, the goal is to podium in 2024 and podium in 2028. Note that this is level 6 and premier for all girls. What is your program for the athletes? And first organize. How would you do it? Sige, maganda yan. I like asking these questions. Who wants to go
Go,
first?
Coach.
RJ, Mark?
Go. Nahirapan
Yeah,
ako dyan.
it's just a discussion
Si
naman.
Mark na muna, boss.
Oh, Mark.
Sige kasi para finale yung coach perspective.
Good.
Well, of course, having a cheerleading competition in Olympics would mean a lot to the cheerleading community. Kasi parang as of the moment, we want everybody to learn about cheerleading or we want like everybody or most of us to be knowledgeable about what it's all about, diba? And Olympics is something that would educate a lot of people na hindi lang ang cheerleading is not just pepping or cheering the athletes, but they're also athletes. Kasi the debate is always kasi parang is cheerleading as a sport, parang ganun. So the problem in our community is that we don't have enough competitions that would qualify us, or that is giving doubts to some of the people to consider cheerleading as a sport. So well, we have seen efforts like US, or I think ICU organized this Pyeongchang Winter Olympics parang friendly competition in Korea. Was it in Korea ba yun? Sa Pyeongchang. So they sent University of Kentucky to represent the Team USA, and it's parang nung time na yun, that was 2018, parang nabuhayan na ako ng puso for cheerleading na eventually, 'di ba, magkakaroon tayo ng chance for Olympics. So kung pag-uusapan natin ang level 6 competition. So number one talaga, so we have how many years pa, 'di ba? Four years, something like that. Or parang of course it's a continuous improvement for Team Pilipinas. Maybe it's not in the first time, of course, pero but hindi tayo titigil para mag-improve, 'di ba? So at first we have to work on promoting the cheerleading. We have to reach a lot of people kasi, so we have to make some, you know about naman, 'di ba, Netflix cheer. So actually in the USA, one of the reasons I think na sobrang popular ng cheerleading is because there's a lot of documentaries available. Not just Netflix cheers. See, Netflix cheers kasi was available on Netflix, but there are documentaries that were hosted by Varsity, Diva Spirit, and some of them are available already on YouTube. So I envision Philippine cheerleading to follow the same follows the same way. We need to document what's behind, 'di ba, the competition, so that marami tayong mahikayat na mga athletes, because I believe there are a lot of athletes out there na not into cheerleading but they have the skill, and we want them to be gathered para himukin sila sa cheerleading, no, and eventually ma-reach natin yung goal natin. For the technical aspects, well, Team Philippines, or the Philippine cheerleaders have the skills eh. But siguro sa perspective ko as a viewer or a fan, sa partner stunts, I think we have to improve on the techniques, the number of base. Of course, we are competing with the Team USA who are doing partner stunts. Sobrang lalaka. So we can get like, di ba, Colin Cockrell. At least we have access to some of the cheer celebrities, and we can invite them here to share their knowledge. And I think madali namang matuto ang mga cheerleaders ng Pinas. I've seen a lot of improvement all throughout that, since 2003 to 2019, and the parang kumukonte yung difference natin in terms of skill compared with the international scene, and I think we have the chance to enter the podium, or malay natin, di ba, in the future we will be champion, because Pinoy tayo eh, di ba? So we always aim for the best.
Right. Okay, coach.
All right. So maraming magandang point si Mark, no, as a one of the talagang die-hard fan ng cheerleading, o lumaki na rin sa cheerleading, no. So sa akin as a coach, and sabi nga rin ni boss, for example, in God's will, sana walang maraming maging sponsors, or maganda yung may budget talaga yung national natin. For example, the national government will really have funds for this one, kasi alam naman natin that cheerleading is one of the fastest growing sport in this country, and we really need to have those kind of support that Mark already mentioned, no, sa marketing, sa social media, kung kailangan may documentaries and everything, dapat meron yon to support the sport. And for me, siguro mag-start tayo since we are eyeing for 2028 na, boss, tama? 2028? 2028?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe next year, no, we can, kung okay naman na yung panahon, o yung wala lang, hindi na mahirap dahil nga sa pandemic, maybe we could start out with a national, of course, national tryout. Talagang legit na national tryout, or we can go to different places, or even hold cheer camp first. At least man lang, yung mga, katulad na sinabi ni Mark, na wala pang alam sa cheerleading, pero may skills na, dun pa lang sa camp, makita natin, malakas talaga siya, pero kulang lang sa cheer background, which as a coach, hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, at alam din lang ng coach yan, alam nilang kayang-kaya nilang gawing cheerleading. Mahulma.
Yes,
okay. So,
correct.
Maganda yung point ni Mark na marami talagang may skills, hindi lang talaga sila cheerleader. So, kung magkaroon tayo ng remote camps, no, in different provinces, then siguro after the camp, may mag-hold tayo ng tryouts, hanggang sa isa lahat talaga natin, i-funnel natin yung mga galing. Then like, for example, 50, kung sabi naman, wala namang problem sa budget, if we can get those 50 in Manila to train as a pool, then better. Kasi talagang, alam mo yun, may kita talaga natin kung sino talaga yung deserve mag-represent ng Philippines. Kasi Olympics na yan eh. It's not a joke. So since people or the government or other private agencies will invest money na onto this sport, we should be getting the best na. Talagang kung kailangan talagang salain natin yung mga, hindi lang gymnast eh. Marami talaga eh. Marami kasing mga potential athletes no, from different walks of walks of parang dance segment, dance part ng like gymnastics, yung mga nag-acrobats, mga b-boy. Kasi we can get them and train them to be cheerleaders. Kasi kung talagang yung A+ naman talaga yung skill level nila. So, well, for you, given the money and funding, no, of course, kapag may training pool ka na, dapat kompleto talaga yan. Like, dietitian, the PTs and all. Kasi that's how our national team can really survive for the Olympics. And sabi nga rin ni Mark, ako, di ko na kailangan i-tackle pa yung technicalities like yung partner stance, pyramids. Kasi alam kong kayang-kaya ng mga Filipino cheerleaders natin yan. And sabi nga ni Mark din kanina, we're almost konti na lang difference, no? Siguro ang difference lang natin kumakain tayo ng kanin. Siguro yung difference na, which alam, feeling ko siguro, kung talagang magiging disiplinado lang din tayo, no? Well, masarap talaga mag-ice. Ang hirap talaga eh. Pero kakayanin natin yan. Siguro lang naman ang difference nila, hindi sila kumakain ng rice talaga masyado. So, kaya ganun yung katawan nila, siksik, magaan. No? So, but I know we are close to it. The technicalities, we can reach that mark, no? With training and, of course, support from the organization. Siguro,
correct. Thank you, Archie and Mark, for your insights. But remember, this is you're looking at level 6. So level 6 is really partner stunts, right? It's really partner stunts, and you will look at Colin Cockrell, who was a former Olympic weightlifter. Okay. So, tayo, kahit malakas tayo, ang papayat natin dito, di ba? So I think we have to, you get what I'm trying to say. So in terms of the athlete mismo, I think we have to get monsters, diba? I think because in terms of the level 6, that's just my, observation. No? Although talking to Randall and Ramon and the others, they've always said the same thing that Archie said, na parang kaya naman. It's just that we need to put them on a program. We need to put them on, so namimiss ka daw ni Ramon, Archie.
Hi, Coach.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make this announcement, and get some of your reactions also. So the ICU has put out dito tayo sa kanan. Kayo, Mark, kaliwa ka. So, yan. So, yan. Okay. So, the important dates, this is because the ICU is also holding their national championship, the Worlds, but it's going to be virtual. So, next week is their registration opens. And there's a fee. Medyo mabigat yung fee ng ICU this year because it's all video. So mabigat yung fee. So and then video entry available, early registration, and then registrations due, and then they want to hold.
Boss, may pinapakita ka ba? Para walang lumalabas.
Wala, ba't sa akin meron?
Kasi nakatabi kaming lahat, tapos wala pa rin lumalabas. Ayan.
Wala, you can.
Meron na.
Ayun, okay.
Ayan na.
Meron.
Okay. So yun, tapos online broadcast, ICU Junior and World Championships, and then World Cheerleading Championships. So they do it, they judge it 27 to September 30, and then they air it a week later or 10 days later. So that's their style, and I'm sure they're going to make it nice because ICU, yeah. But these are just the dates. We've already sent regrets to the ICU for this year because it's too soon, and because we can't. There's no team. Yung ano natin is we have to practice together in a gym, and all of that, and besides, assuming that the cost is not prohibitive, which it is, to send the video to entry. It is also difficult for our athletes to be able to be encouraged to practice together because government doesn't allow it yet. So if the pro sports are having a hard time getting approval, tayo pa kaya. So good time.
Yeah, I was thinking about parang even the taping ng mga artista, they are in-house. So, yeah, probably if we may time talaga, if we were given the enough preparation, we can that would mean a lot of money then, di ba? But we can di ba, make them in-house.
You can put them in a bubble. They call it a bubble. Right?
A bubble.
Pero dun sila every day may testing, which costs money for everybody. And then you have to feed them sa training. And then you're not allowed contact sports as a group. So a lot of the athletes that are still in school will not be allowed. So then you have to get a new team that's out of the school. The best solution would have been maybe to send, a team that's already formed, because you can't get outsiders and train every day. But then even then, hindi sila papayagan. And siyempre tatanungin tayo ng government natin, the authorities, paano kayo nag-practice? Saan kayo nag-practice? Tapos nagpadala kayo. Diba? Medyo okay lang. We will definitely next year. They're planning it again. Let's see how things turn out. Alam mo naman. But there is this thing also they came up with. I hope you see this.
Yan na. Ay, nawala.
Try to. Yeah. Okay. So there's a judges education course which is online. It's probably easier for everybody. It's open to everybody. Just go to their ICU page on Facebook or Instagram and apply. So everything is online, and just tell them you're part of the federation, and you can take the course, and you can be a judges. It's an online course, which I think since it's education, it's easier. So sayang, usually they come here, pero amo naman. This is how it is. So sayang. It's there's a lot of things that have changed the past 2 years. So we're not the only sport that's feeling the tightness. It's just that our community, they want to cheer, and we gave them that. That's it. So it's nice to see, Mark. You've been working on your YouTube page, and you broadcast everything. And tell us more about that.
Yeah, yun nga, as a cheerleading fan kasi, of course, I was a cheerleader then nung college days ko. So I know how, kaya yung mga ko rin, mga videos ko, I do some tumblings then. And I want to showcase that on my YouTube channel, parang as a contribution na rin to the community, because we want to promote talaga the cheerleading community to everyone. And I think, well, Flixie actually approached me when I did the video, and he encouraged me to to share more, because if we work together, 'di ba? We will win as one, sabi nga nila. So I want to be part of that ano that platform to show to everyone what cheerleading is all about and teach them about I know about cheerleading. So yeah, I'm into YouTube. So there's a lot of there's a lot of factors that affects a YouTube video, kaya I'm trying to incorporate that. I'm trying to parang connect that to cheerleading. Parang paano ko ba talaga i-introduce ang cheerleading sa mainstream audience, 'di ba? And that's also a challenge on our part. Phoenix, me, and other cheer vloggers like no sila Kaliha Sisters, we have Budalin Betita, we have si Meliton, and then sino pa ba yun? Hindi ko naman. Ayun, so as a former cheerleader, parang nagiging siya, fulfilling to educate people, especially kumare sa mga technical terms and even the experience itself, kasi we start to get engaged sa mga bagay na ginugusto natin when we find when we see ourselves na involved into that. And I think that's one big challenge sa atin to make parang a point of belonging, or parang a sense of belonging na alam mo yun, pahatak mo yung mga tao. And imagine, tingnan mo nga yung nangyari sa 'di ba, sa gymnastics when Carlos Yulo win third place, and then the following year naging first place. Nakita natin na when you have that sense of pride sa isang sports, everything will follow. I mean, the fans will follow the sports, what it's all about. So, kailangan lang talaga natin manalo sa isang international scene para and everything will change to our community. And
Yeah.
we have to work together para ma-attain talaga yung point na yon.
Right. And also what helped is the SEA Games was here, diba? So we hosted it and they saw in person. I don't know the last time that we held SEA Games here na ganun ka supportive yung crowd, lalo na gymnastics. I think there's a lot of new fans of gymnastics, of course, and we all know also Carlos Yulo trains in Japan, right? Although parang kinupkup siya ng Japanese coach niya, tapos dito ka, tapos ginawang champion, which is a topic again, before I criticize our local sports officials again. It's a topic that it's something worth noting also, that we had that guy and it took a foreign coach to see it and train him, and then nag-world champion. Like Mark and Archie would always say, nasa atin naman diba, yung mga talents. And we should be able to look at it from a world perspective, not look at it locally, na Pinoy lang. Kasi maraming gulo, alam mo na, diba? I'm happy actually hearing from Mark, and I met Phoenix also, and I met these other bloggers before. The way I see it, nagmamature na rin yung sport sa atin. It's slowly getting there. Maybe teenager or whatever, or he's still teenager. Pero in relation to other sports, because our fans, first there's a lot of biglang parang whenever there's a UAAP or NCC or other competitions, biglang ang daming eksperto sa cheerleading, diba, online. Alam mo na.
Yeah.
Our Twitter warriors, Char.
Twitter warriors and all of that. But that's a good thing. That's the way I see it. It's a good thing.
Share one of these.
Oh, yeah. Like a lot of them, yes.
Kasi
they
boss,
criticize a team and whatever.
Yeah, they're more discerning na rin kasi And,
yes.
Parang it shows how they really pay attention to the sport, to the team that they support. kita nila, and even like the terms,
Yes.
for the skills, diba? Alam nila eh. And they have their
The
recommendations.
yes, the
And
quality of the discourse is very
yeah,
high.
yeah, if nag-better na talaga siya versus
Oh,
then
nag-better.
na ang basis lang talaga ng fans, or yung pasabog factor ba? Kung ano, kung
Yes.
the
Yeah.
entertainment value of it, which I
Yeah.
think is still
Which
there.
is
It's
okay.
valid.
Yeah.
It's valid
Yeah.
naman eh. I mean, you get
Right.
entertained naman when you see a really difficult stunt pulled off, 'di ba? A very death-defying stunt na nagawa, 'di ba?
Mm.
Pero
Mm.
parang as what Mark said, there's a certain there's the next level pa to the entertainment value of it. And I think, to your point, sila coach, with in terms of the talent, I think yung drive din kasi natin as Filipinos is just there. Na parang hindi kami nandito para lang for the sake of, 'di ba? Parang we're here to really like push ourselves and really win it, 'di ba? And really aim to win. Pero parang
Right.
if hindi, then of course we will always be grateful for the opportunity, pero we go there with that mindset na we really want this. And I think that's rare.
Yeah, it's
Diba?
I wanted to point it out. What you mentioned, Anya, is very interesting. When we go international competitions, and Archie would know this kasi si Archie, very intense na tao yan. Lalo na pag cheerleading, nako, wag mong kausapin yan.
Wag ako. Ganon.
Wag ako. So, when we would go to international, let's say Singapore, Malaysia, and then we go to the US, our battle cry is Laban Team Pilipinas. That's our cheer. So it's go, win, fight, or whatever. But the intensity that we approach it, there are many cheerleading teams that approach it like a festival more than a competition.
Yeah.
Right? They're there, they enjoy, they have fun, they're very, I'm with everybody here, let's have fun, let's do it, and they cheer for everybody. Tayo hindi. Sa NCC, everybody cheers for everybody, pero pagdating doon, pag Team Pilipinas na, kailangan talunin natin lahat. That's the mindset, and that's the laban that you're talking about. Kasi parang game face na. Walang kaibigan dito. Ganon yung mindset ng pagkatapos na. But
competitive tayo dito.
Oh, competitive.
Correct.
And I guess it's like that. I guess for everybody, it's manifested differently. But it's interesting to see. Kasi I observe it parang...
Kasi I think din, boss, parang with our cheerleaders, there's, of course, the drive to win is there. Pero parang I feel na at the back of their minds, parang minsan lang tong opportunity na to mabibigay sa akin. So parang ba't ko siya sasayangin? And I don't know, I guess we're just all brought up that way na parang hindi mo sasayangin yung mga opportunities na binibigay sa'yo na andyan eh. So parang ba't mo siya sasayangin lang by being mediocre, diba? So parang you give it all you've got. Diba?
I wanted to ask Mark and Archie, look, I always, I'm a fan of basketball, right? So I watch the NBA, lalo na sa YouTube. There are so many channels and commenters sa NBA. There are many people that comment on this player and that player. It's a whole industry na alam na natin yun. Sobrang laki na ng basketball. And there are critics. There are like this. They don't like this player. They like this player. Okay. That means the industry is thriving. Meaning because the passion of the tao, yung fan is there. And then they criticize this. Tapos, tapos they wear the t-shirt. And it's a function also of how the NBA did it, diba? How they marketed it and they marketed players. That's fine. Here in the Philippines, di ba pag nag-critic ka ng routine, let's say online, lagyan mo ng online, di ba ang daming nagagalit sa'yo? Di ba? Parang ang daming na-hurt. Meaning, I guess it's okay, pero it became personal. I mean, if somebody criticizes you or if somebody says like this, and I see the beginnings of that. I see it, lalo na sa mga fans and all of that. But like I told Anya, I think we can raise the level of discourse, yung quality na dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. You know, kahit mag-away kayo online, pero yung quality ng discussion nyo, yung sa away, mataas. Which is good. For me, ako gusto ko may comment, di ba? What do you guys think about that?
Well, sa akin, boss, no, as a coach, no, helpful sa akin yung mga commentaries, no, be it negative or positive, o lalo na yung mga negative. Kasi, cliche at may sound, pero yun talaga yung nag-help para mag-improve yung team ko. Kasi, kung hindi ko nakikita as a coach, tapos nakikita ng ibang tao, ibig sabihin, kulang pa yung, ang tawag dito, hi Mel, hi Coach Mel, kulang pa yung and Tenacious Warriors, hi. Ibig sabihin, boss, kulang pa yung supervision ko. Kasi kung, bakit hindi ko siya nakita, di ba? Parang ganon. So parang, at the back of my mind, hala, kasalanan ko ata yun. Parang naisip ko yun. So,
Yeah.
I think, hindi ko siya tinitake sobrang seryoso. Parang, motivational siya para sa akin. Tinitingnan ko, binabasa ko yung mga comments, kahit negative yan. Diba, yung isang cheerleader, naka-flex yung paa. Of course, kinakausap ko yung tao na next time, it's better. No? Hindi, in a positive way, boss.
Baka inaaway mo.
No, boss. Parang, makakatulong. Tsaka, yun lagi ko sa tinuturuan, boss, na maging smart player or smart athlete na ito kasi yung points. Ito yung points, ito yung points, ito yung points. So, itong pag-simpleng point mo, na napansin nung nag-comment or critic, makakatulong yan. Additional point pa rin yan kung mas na-point pa natin.
Right.
So, parang pinag-aaralan ko rin, boss, yung mga commentary sa team ko para talagang mas mag-improve pa kami sa next na laban. And tulad nga din nung kanina adding din sa sinasabi ni Coach Anya, no, ako din yung type ng coach, boss, na ayoko nga ng mediocre performance. Before, siguro, nung nag-i-start yung Ika All-Star sa high school. Yeah, parang ang mindset ko lang, okay lang yan, makasali tayo, okay lang. Pero now, hindi. Parang I always tell my athletes na hindi tayo magti-training for a year para sa nationals, para lang matalo. No, hindi na, it's not being mayabang, pero that's the truth.
You aim high. Yeah.
Yeah. Tapos na yung team namin sa ganung stage na salamat po, nakasali po kami, marami pong salamat, napakita po namin yung skills namin.
Right.
Come on, let's be honest. Hindi naman forever na nandun ka. Nandun yung team na yun. Kahit naman yung ibang team nagpapagdaanan na yun. At syempre, dapat habang nag-grow yung sport, nag-grow din yung team, dapat yung mindset din ng lahat, nag-grow din na, matagal na tayo, every year natin nag-NCC, ano ba ang kulang, bakit ba tayo hindi na nanalo, bakit ba tayo ganito? So, dapat pinag-aaralan din yun. At dapat talagang sinasabihan mo yung athletes mo na, I know yun na motivated na kayo and all, pero yun nga, hindi tayo pwedeng lumabas doon. Hindi porket new members kayo or new athletes kayo, but the fact na old team itong kasali, or old team itong sinasaligan nyo, kailangan.
Kaya mag-adjust.
Diba? Yung pinakatalo natin is third place or second place. Parang something like that.
Yeah.
No? Kasi, ang hirap din kasi ipamper yung mga bagong athletes na okay lang yan, sige may time ka pa namang lumaban next year. Paano yung pa next year hanggang wala na?
Yeah.
Yung next year mo, boss, hindi na talaga kayo nanalo. Next year mo.
Yeah. And siguro, I think yung naman sinasabi mo nga kanina, Coach, with reading mga negative comments and critiques on routines, I think better na we have yung mga tulad nga ni Mark na will give intelligent comments on your routine. Kasi syempre merong iba na, alam mo yun, basta makabash lang. Na you just let it be kasi you read it din naman di ba? Parang you would understand. And as a coach, Coach Archie, you'd know naman alin talaga yung makakatulong sa hindi.
Totoo.
You know? So, it's good that, we have these online platforms and we have people like Mark na who would really take the time, dahil nga they really love the sport, they're passionate about the
Right.
sport, they'll take the time to really go through the routines and see it with fresh eyes. Kasi nga,
Right.
alam nyo yun, ang tagal, di ba, minsan ang tagal-tagal mo na rin nakikita yung same thing over and over, di ba? Kaya nga, di ba, sa iba, minsan nag-i-invite ng mga alumni para mapanood din nila. Kasi minsan, kahit din ikaw, ilang beses mo nang napanood, feeling mo okay na, pero it's better na meron ding ibang nakakita, di ba? And
Right.
when you get really good comments for improvement, then it's a blessing in disguise. Kasi, honestly, I think yung intention for it, if not to bash, is to make you better. So,
Yeah.
everybody
yes.
wins.
Oo.
What
Yeah.
is the
And-
mark? What's the worst
Comment ba?
what is,
Yeah.
that you receive
Well,
from your mga
actually,
videos?
pag competition talaga, hindi mo talaga maiiwasan yung mga critics. 'Di ba? And that's good kasi they become involved, and then it would invite some people to defend yung kung sino yung gusto nilang team, 'di ba? And that
Yeah.
pag nag-start yon, parang they would feel na they belong to the team. And that's the good sign. I'm citing siguro yung panahon na naglalaban ang UST and UP nung siguro anong year yon, 2000, from basta way back. So that was
Sama
parang
pa si Paula, no?
generation, si Paula, may Miss Paula. No, so a lot of fans are fighting, they are defending, or kuwari, taga UST, taga UP. So nagiging super involved nila. Actually, I was part of that din. Kasi syempre I was young back then. I always stand with my bias, of course. At mas
Sure.
nag-evolve yung mga nagko-comment, 'di ba? Because we are not new to the social media anymore, and they're really paying attention, 'di ba? Nakakatuwa kasi ang dami-daming nagmamarunong sa social media, and as a coach, of course, si Coach Archie, alam niya kung sino yung mga valid comments at kung sino yung mga mema lang. So I guess on the part of Coach
Mema.
Archie, of course hindi niya maiwasan din masaktan because he works with that routine, of course. Parang
Masterpiece na yun eh.
Oo. Tapos biglang andito yung mga bashers, basta pintas lang ng pintas. Hindi naman nila alam yung pinagdaanan ng mga athletes or whatsoever. Ayan si Coach Roman from the UST Salingawi Dance Group.
Noong panahon ko naman.
Naalala niyo po ba yung panahon
Kasi
ninyo?
wala pang Sokmed.
Wala daw nag-aaway.
Pero may Pinoy exchange. May Pinoy exchange ba?
Pinoy
So, doon
Exchange.
ka-
Pinoy Exchange.
Yeah.
Tsaka nagsusundukan
Pinoy
na lang.
exchange. As in, ang tawag nila doon, cyber sabunutan. As in talagang they would reference it to US cheerleaders para makakuha ng points. So nakakatuwa na na ganun yung impact nila sa yeah. So I think mas ngayon mas nagiging intense yung sense of belonging ng mga bata, especially with the NU Pep squad. 'Di ba? Yung mga fans ng NU ngayon talagang hirap parang nung natalo sila nung natalo sila noong 2017, hanggang ngayon dala-dala pa rin nila yung yung pait nung nung nangyari noong 2017, yung loss. So parang so that's a good sign actually, because nagiging in one sila with the team. Of course, there are limitations, and siguro yun na yung magiging part natin as cheer blogger. We have to somewhat educate them para alam nila kung ano yung limitations of, 'di ba, going critical or bashing. But I think negative comments there's always good that we can get from it. Depende na lang talaga sa coach. And as a coach siguro, you have to learn talaga. You have to, so it's not just about the technical aspect ng cheerleading, but also yung mga criticisms na natatanggap natin. And siguro parang kunwari, I would cite NU Pep Squad, no? Parang looking at them sa 2018-2019, I really see in their performance that they listen to their critics, and they always watch. I feel that they always watch a lot of videos, because ang dami ko nakikita mga stunts na parang they adapt from this competition, from that competition, that then they put it on one routine and then they add something on it para maging
Very
kanila,
NU.
kumbaga, very
Yeah.
NU. So that's good. So parang ito yung nagiging impact ng mga negative comments. They make the team stronger.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Correct.
I like
correct.
that. I'm
Kita mo yung coach, comment ni Coach Ramon. What is Pinoy exchange? Tawan-tawa ako. Yung totoo, Coach. Huwag tayo magpakuhan dito.
Hindi mo alam yan, Coach.
Excuse me.
buhay pa si Coach noon.
Yeah, and to share din, no, because of that, parang dinedefend ko dati yung, sige, let's mention na rin, no, the UP Pep Squad. I always defend them during
Yes,
the
of
years
course.
na naging sponsor pa ako. I became parang the non-UP student na sponsor ng We have
Wow.
this group before the UP PEC Squad. Tapos ang counterpart namin sa UST was the UST Salingawi fans group. And actually we are friends actually in real well, because of that fan war, may mga nakilala rin ako from other group like UST Salingawi fans troop, yun yung tawag nila sa sarili nila. And we become good friends kasi we have the same language. We speak about cheerleading. So
Right.
hello kay Kuya JC ng UST Salingawi fans troop. Actually yung pinakita niyo yung video, he's one of the supporters ng UST before. And I think even now. Mm-mm. So
Ako personally, Mark, hearing this from you and hearing, because I mean we've never interacted or interfaced with you except online and comments and but hearing this is brings it's very nice to hear because it shows that the sport, the fan base is alive and kicking. Diba? You would rather have a fan base that's passionate to the point of rather than walang pakialam.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, I
So-
train myself, parang I try to learn the skill para lang ma-validate ko yung yung point ko. And that's when I learned how to do aerials, backflip, parang ganun. And that just because of just because of being a fan. So I tried to learn the skill para lang makapag ako mag-comment. Di ba? So eventually naging cheerleader din ako. So
That's very good.
okay siya.
And I would encourage guys who are also as passionate as Mark and have the inclination to have your own channel, promote it and comment. I would rather a someone that is a rabid fan of, let's say, UST Salingawi and commenting about cheerleading and commenting about other teams, entertaining yan diba? And you they wear, just like the fans of the NBA teams, they wear their hearts on their sleeve. Kahit anong sabihin mong mali sa team nila, loyal pa rin. May forever silang Lakers or forever silang LeBron James or whatever. And I'm sure, which leads me to my next question. First, this question. Speaking of, if you were to choose, sino sa tingin nyo yung pinaka-popular na cheerleader sa Pilipinas up to this point? Up to this point. From the beginning.
Ako ata. Charot lang.
Ikaw?
Coach Ramon.
Siguro hindi ko parang si Coach Ramon. Alam ko parang ako. Charot lang. Ngayon, boss. Calleja sisters.
Sino?
Calleja sisters.
Lahat?
Might be possible, sheer celebrity ba? Yeah. Tama ba? Yung ba yung tawag, Mark?
Yeah, I think they use that term, celebrities. Even in the US, si Gabby Butler, sila Colin Cockrell, they use that term.
So you have a Gabby Butler. Sinong katapat ni Gabby Butler dito na famous and very popular?
Nasa amin. Charot. Si Super Goody. Charot.
Si Goody.
Pinababalik ko.
Nga. Si Goody. No, sige. Who do you think? What about Mayan? No?
Yeah.
Mayan Calleja.
Calleja.
In terms of I mean, modern era tayo. Modern era ng cheer. So you have
parang modern, nasaktan ako sa modern. Nasa utak tayo.
From
Just
before,
go.
syempre.
Okay.
But modern era ng cheer, who do you think is the most popular
Um,
cheerleader? Popular. Parang lahat ng tao na sa
um,
community
Ikaw muna,
kilala.
Mark, kasi ako parang skills-based ako eh. Ikaw since
well,
ano ka eh,
sige.
vlog ka.
Well, Mary Ann Calleja has a channel now. So,
Mm.
she's very popular sa mga cheerleaders din. When you mention her name, madali siyang ano no, madali siyang
May
ma-identify.
recall. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to names like VGN Calleja
Vigian.
because sometimes I talk to her. So ito yung future naman.
Mm.
But in the past, siguro pas dun sa mga nakaraan no, siguro sa mga
Yung panahon
modern
ni
fans,
panahon ni Ramon and Archie or
Coach
with the
Anya siguro.
ah
I would like to
oh,
mention Jermaine Bautista. Hindi ko alam kung kilala siya ni Coach Ramon because she's the first girl sa UAAP cheer dance competition na nag-full twist sa baskets and nag-full twist
mm,
sa floor. And she came from UST Salingari
UST
Dance
yan,
Troupe. And
UST.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she competed for like how many years from 2003 to 2009? So high school pa
wow.
lang siya nagko-compete na siya and she introduced a lot of gymnastic skills and she's very popular. Of course, si Coach Archie, kilala niya, di ba? So sa mga matatagal ng fans, kilalang kilala siya
Mm,
because she introduced
mm.
a lot of skills at doon na-challenge yung mga iba't ibang universities to level up. So that is Jem Bautista, the
What's
first
Jem Bautista?
Jermaine Bautista. I
Jeremy.
want to create actually a cheerleading video siguro that
Mm,
would feature that girl because I think she deserves to be known for sa mga bagong fans ngayon. Because yeah, she contributed a lot in the UAP cheer dance competition. In
mm,
2003, she did full twist basket. 2003 yun so that's the first
mm,
time that I saw that kind of basket toss. And in 2006 I believe, or hindi, 2005 that was the first time na nakakita ko ng full twist and coming from a girl. Yun nga lang kasi si ABS-CBN sa iba nakatingin, sa iba nakafocus yung camera, so hindi siya nakita,
Yeah.
but I have that amateur video pero kasi nasira na siya
wow.
that she did the
Wow.
first full twist in the competition. It's Jem Bautista.
Jem Bautista. Wow, what a
Yeah,
name.
Jermaine Bautista. Kasal na siya
Yeah.
ngayon, I believe. So stalker na stalker, no? Parang di ba?
A true fan.
Yeah, stalker
A
na
true
stalker.
fan.
Grabe.
Where
Yeah.
are they
And
now? Where are they now?
yeah,
Oo, correct. Ang ganda nun.
kaya nga you have to find them, no? Maganda i-guess sila yung mga dating cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Parang to compare yung yung before and now, 'di ba? Of
Right,
course,
right, right.
pa. Yeah, I think yun, Jermaine Bautista from the past, Mary Ann Calleja now, and
Yeah.
Vivian Calleja in the future.
Yes.
Vi-
Past, present,
Vivian,
future.
Yeah.
Vivian is supposed to be very good.
Mm.
Syempre na ano tayo sa COVID, no? But she was the up and coming and she was very talented. She is very talented.
Yes.
So hopefully we
Actually,
get to see her compete.
Actually, I'm chatting with her because yeah, she posted a cheer video, and we kind of talk a little about her skill. So I don't want to share a lot, but yeah, I was very excited sa nung nakausap ko siya. Gusto kong makita yung sinasabi niyang skill. That really made me interested once again para look
Oo.
forward sa Philippine cheerleading. So abangan
Yeah,
natin
and
siya.
yeah. How about nagtatanong si Mark Ken. Oh, how about stunners from UP?
Oh, there's a lot. Ang dami. Ang dami
Oh,
talaga.
si Anya every week stunner yan.
Yes, of course. Very,
Oh.
Parang
parang
default na siya. Nakakahiya.
Default.
from you, of course, Nessa Salvador. I think
Walang kupas pa rin.
Nesa, walang
Yeah.
kupas yun.
Nessa Salvador,
Nessa
Nicolette
Salvador.
Ambulo. Mm-mm.
Nicolette.
And there are a lot
But
of gymnasts before sa no? Sa UP. Ang dami nilang gymnasts before.
Is Nicolette the blogger also? She does some
Yes, she is also a
YouTube.
blogger now.
Mm. That's interesting, no? So to get, maybe we'll have a show na all vloggers lang and cheer.
Yeah.
Diba? That'll be fun. I wanted to shift gears. The in other countries, they have in the for example the US, they have club championships. In essence, the USASF is a club championship, right? You have the SMOED, Cali All Stars, all of those things. Those are clubs. Those are not school based, correct?
Yes.
Here, all of our teams are school based.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bihira lang yung clubs. So I want to get from you. Sometimes we tried All Star, di ba, Archie? We tried Phoenix All Stars. We tried all of those
Yes,
things.
before.
So para siyang ano, club pero hindi. Do you see a way where we can develop a club system here, like a club championships here, or are we ways away from that? The reason I ask is comparatively, Malaysia is more of a club industry rather than school. But right now, for example, they never reach the level of numbers that the NCC has enjoyed in terms of level of participation. Malayo talaga. Pero sa kanila clubs like gymnastics club, nagiging cheer club, and all of that. Tayo, school-based. So, sobrang daming teams sa schools all over the Philippines, and we haven't even reached all the teams. Do you see a future for a club industry here, like cheer clubs joining after you graduate? You join this cheer club, or or are we limited to the school system for a while? Archie, what do you?
Well, boss, honestly, may future naman, no, when we are talking about the club industry. Kaya lang, siguro edge lang talaga ng mga school-based teams, yung funding and the support. But if we get the right funding and support from the community, walang magiging problema. Talagang magbo-boom agad-agad yan in 1 year time kung talagang kasi sikat na rin naman or known na yung cheerleading, boss eh. And putting up club from, for example, different cities or different provinces, walang magiging problema sa athletes, no? It's just that the matter of funding and support from siguro kung government or kung sino man yung private organizations. Kasi kasi introducing the sport is not hard, na hindi na siya hirap ngayon eh. No, madali na siyang i-introduce. No, proper funding lang talaga para sa akin. And
pero Archie, a club system is tatayo ako ng gym. Tapos members compete with me. They come here, they train. We have our coaches, but they pay for their training.
yes.
So the kids support. So and then they join the nationals, for example. So states, very entrepreneurial sila. So coaches put up their own club, the gym, and then marami silang sumasali. So outside the school system pa sila. So here, it has to be independent. Parang kang businessman, di ba? You put parang club gym. They're a club. They're not a school system. So they don't have enjoy that. All of their funding comes from sponsor and the athlete mismo ang nagbabayad sa kanila. So that's why I wanted to ask, because it seems like after college, syempre, life takes over. You work, you get to work, and you have to earn a living. So parang yung cheer becomes less important, and then yung salary mo, di mo naman bibigay, di ba? To cheer. So that's the whole industry. It's hard. So it's still based. So go ahead, Archie.
Bali ba, dalawa kasi nakikita ko, boss eh. For example, in putting up a club, no, it's either yung isa talagang skills enhancement lang, like for graduate or mga people na may trabaho na they just wanna pay and train, like club gym, no? And the other one is really a competitive club. The parents are really shelling out their money for their kid to be trained and to compete eventually in national level, like what's happening in the United States and some parts of the world. The only fallback or the only what do you call this? Yung isa sa hindi ko maganda nakikita sa ganun sir, sa ganun boss, no, is the parents, no, yung parents kapag once they pay na, parang pagdating sa competition, baka meron baka yung parents yung mag-compete. Hala,
Right.
bakit ako sa harapan? Nagbayad naman ako ng ganito din. Wag ganun.
Yes.
Na-anticipate ko na yan, boss, kasi knowing the parents of our athletes, sobrang competitive din ng parents natin. So,
I guess
medyo
like
questionable yung part na yun. No?
Right. But that's like all sports, right? Football, basketball, nako, ang dami kong kilalang parents, binabayaran yung sponsor niya buong team basta makalaro lang anak niya na hindi naman marunong, di ba? So
yun na magiging boss, isa sa parang disadvantage lang.
Yeah, but that means, for example, the way I see it kasi, that means that people like you, Archie, can have an alternate job. So you coach Ika,
yes,
and then you also coach in a club, which pays you. That's how I see it. So yes, magkakaproblema sa ganyan, yes. But then, meaning nabubuhay yung industriya. So let's say you have something now, this pandemic hits. Kasi ang ginagawa ng mga coaches ngayon, they're stuck with the school. Right? And then outside, wala silang alternative na gusto rin nila magturo. So, on both sides, that's how I see it. Kasi that's what the industry is. And parang it's self-perpetuating. Tapos there's many aspects to it. Malaki. But we want to say hi to some friends. Si Mark Ken claims that Nikki Calleja has her own mini gym.
Yeah.
Diba? Club. So,
sobrang fan din yan ni Mark Ken. Ang dami niya alam sa All-Star. Sure.
Oo nga
Sa kwentuhan.
I really love the engagement Talagang kita mo talaga yung passion and for the sport.
Kahit sa akin, mamaya accept kita.
Yeah. And of course,
Hi, Coach Gab!
none other, di ba?
Hi, Coach
So,
Gab.
and of course, isa pa, sabi siya, pupunta dito mga
Hi,
Angel.
Marnelli.
Si
Hi, Nelly. May Pasko ako, nandyan ka pa.
Yeah. So si Nelly is giving birth, I think, this year.
Yes.
So congratulations to Marnelli. Nako. NCC
Ako, boss,
baby
actually,
rin.
I'm planning to put up, small club lang muna. Siguro mga
Akala ko you're also buntis.
Hindi. Para muna sa mga medyo teenage pataas na. Pag nag-boom, then saka ako tatanggap ng mga medyo bata.
Yeah. This is Gabby's suggestion. Magandang space na malapit sa mga school-based teams kaya magbuo ng
clubs. Kumbaga parang yun yung network diba? Nasa gitna ka na.
Tama.
Yeah, but of course, it's the space, diba? Maybe you can rent the space from the school, diba? As a club. So, so interesting. I just wanted to ask that. Kasi, like for example, after meeting and listening to Mark and meeting sila Phoenix C and all of that, it's nice. Na-imagine ko na, Anya, yung ating nationals pag nakabalik tayo sa the usual event na nationals.
Ay, naku, boss. Kung alam mo lang. Excited na kami lahat sa nationals talaga.
I know. We will have our cheer bloggers, diba? And they're part of our...
That's a good idea.
Diba?
Para maraming ma-encourage din.
Yeah. Mark can be there or I'm blogging, diba? This whole time I'll be, blogging from the nationals, whether 2022 or maybe 20. I'm blogging for the 2023 World Championships in Disney World.
Magpupunta ng parang station for them so that kapag may nag-pass by na cheerleader, they can interview or they can chat to sa mga vloggers natin. Kapag national.
Yes. No, it's a of course. Had I met Mark earlier and had we had this interaction, he would be all access dyan sa NCC. So anything you want.
Looking forward for that.
Wanted to
Nakaka-excite naman yan.
we support. Last time we had bloggers also that went. Phoenix was there, so he would, you have all access to all the teams, and do it because what the only reason we put up the NCC also is to unite the community, right? To unite everybody under one roof, the nationals talaga, and we grow it. We grow it from there, from the fans like you, and the coaches like Archie, kasi magre-retire na si Archie soon kasi medyo
Malapit na,
okay.
boss. 5 years. Ganun.
But may Olympics pa, Archie.
10 years pala.
10 years. But it's it's something to look forward to. I think you've inspired also my co-host to her brain is now working with to do many things, di ba, Anya?
Yeah.
Yeah, so nag-iisip na siya how to help the industry also. Evan, the other co-host, has been begging me to start the club championships.
Sabi ko nga, sayang wala ang ating, ang club
advocate.
ang ating advocate for clubs. Kasi talaga, I don't know if you guys have seen, di ba? I'm sure Mark have seen it, we talked about it a few episodes ago nga na talagang super passionate si Evan for that. And because also, he has participated in it and nakita niya din yung value of being in one, diba? So, and diba, ang dami nga nating talent here. So, why not? What are we waiting for?
Yeah, ang daming
Go ahead.
Ang dami kasing cheerleaders that do not belong to universities na nakikipag-compete, and having club competitions would give them chance para mag-participate sa ganong competition. So, para
totoo yan, boss, yung sinasabi ni Mark. Nung meron na pa tayong elite division before sa NCC, meron pa rin ba tayo?
Yes.
Yeah. Mga ibang cheerleaders dito sa Cavite, parang binuo ko sila ng isang team, tapos nag-join sa Open Elite All-Stars Division. And they're so happy kasi wala silang cheer team sa university or colleges nila dito sa Cavite. So yun lang yung way nila to join NCC. And they're very thankful na nagkaroon sila ng venue para maidaos or maka-join sa NCC. Kasi parang dream talaga nila na makapag-compete that time. Kasi nung high school sila, wala naman silang team. College na, wala rin silang team. So yung mga ganyang club gyms will really help them and will really boost them, no? Yung mga cheerleaders natin na wala talaga silang school-based teams na nasalihan at all.
Interesting. Good future kasi as this whole thing medyo nag-reset ang buong mundo, right? And lalo na tayo here, small little community in the islands, Philippines, we're able to keep it united. And we take a step back and take 2 steps forward. I mean, that's how we look at it. So there is a future for this, and with all the suggestions, definitely we'll revive. Sabi ni Mel tayo, gusto niya all-stars rin.
Yun nga.
Diba?
Ay, bukas mag-open na ako ng gym. Bukas na bukas.
Agad-agad. Sayang oras.
Tama. And I think, like we have, so, si Gabby.
Having clubs can also give grade school and high school students chance to enter junior college. Exactly. Doon sila mahuhulma. Bata pa lang. Correct.
Right. So well, I guess it's been decided. We have to reopen the all-star divisions. So worlds. But it's good. It's good discussion. So again, it's about 11 minutes to 10. So what we'll do next is do this or that. We will bring back our this and that portion of the NCC, which of Pep Talk, which we haven't been doing in a while. But because you are our 2 new guests,
we will do it.
We will do it tonight.
Kayo sa this or that.
Yeah, but before that, I'd like to remind everybody again. The applications are open until next Saturday. So please don't wait. Sign up. Join as many divisions as you want. Your intention to join as many. Get your friends to join. Get your mom to join. Get your dad to join if they
Parang di
want
pa
to
kami
join.
nakapag-sign up ata.
Oo nga. Napansin ko nga. But join as many divisions and send all your applications in. It's free, just it's online and nothing to pay yet, nothing to send in yet. So please encourage everybody. This goes out to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and of course NCR. Okay, Anya, you
Yes.
want us ladies first? Ladies first.
All right. So, okay, eto na our ating this or that for our, of course, new guest, si Coach Archie and si Mark Prado. Eto, I think this is may standard question. I don't know why. Sinigang or bulalo?
Sinigang ako.
Sinigang ka. How about you, Mark?
Sinigang.
Sinigang. Okay. Sinigang is life, no? Ang dami, nililista ko yung mga score ko sa sinigang. Eto, bago
Ako,
to.
can I answer?
Yes, boss.
Ako sinigang, but if it's sinigang versus adobo, adobo.
Iba pa rin ang adobo for you. Adobo is your favorite, ganun.
Adobo is life.
Okay. Eto, bago tong question, na-realize ko lang siya nung kahapon yata, o na isang araw, na pwedeng pang this or that. Sa chicharon, yung may laman o yung walang laman?
Meron.
May
Meron
laman.
May laman.
Yes.
Kahit medyo
People.
pricey siya, dapat meron.
Oo. Yes, my people.
Mas mahal yung may laman, di ba?
Well, technically, taba siya. Pero, sarap eh.
Pero,
Sarap eh, no?
masarap eh.
Di ba?
Kainis.
Tulad ng kanin, di ka nga ni Coach Archie.
Oo nga. Oo.
Can't let go. Okay.
Carbs.
Eto. Tosses or pyramids?
Pyramids!
Pyramid.
Si
Mark.
Mark.
Sige, pyramids na lang. Because
Why?
ano pa siya, pag pyramids kasi di ka,
Tanda mo,
Yeah.
pyramid combination of
parang
tosses.
pyramid kasi yun yung kasi yung time na magko-collaborate na lahat ng team, 'di ba? When partner stunts, you go with the individual skills. Sa pyramids doon nangyayari yung collaboration. You have to be
Right.
one with your team.
Right. Right.
What's the best pyramid you've seen ever?
Oh, sa dami ng pyramids natin sa Philippines, ang hirap mamili. Pero
So you only can pick one. Name the
Okay.
year, name the team, and what did they do?
okay. Well, in terms of technicalities, I would go for the 2019 Visayas Pyramid of NU Pep Squad because there's a lot of full twisting fast forward or the full twisting front tuck. Sobrang hirap noon in terms of technicalities. And from the past siguro kasi iba yung standard dati and you have to acknowledge the pyramids even before.
Yeah.
Siguro
UP yan, syempre.
2009 UP Pep Squad, yung 111 full twisting hitch nila. And that was the
Yes.
first time na nakakita ko ng full twisting hitch. So ngayon common na siya but for a
At that
2009
time,
2009 competition that
groundbreaking
was
siya.
yes. Pero natalo sila.
Sino ba yung nasa squad nun sa UP?
Si Ivy Tabares. Ivy Tabares
Ivy?
was one of the flyers ng full twisting
Coach
hitch. Yeah.
Okay. Sila Clang. Ivy Clang is at the team.
Yeah, Teresa Aguinalde,
Criska Joaquin.
Criska, 28.
Was she?
2007 ata siya.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yan ang batch ni mga kaibigan ni Ivy. So, interesting. Okay.
Si Coach Archie, may favorite ka ba na
For
pyramid?
Favorite
college,
pyramid.
syempre,
Na hindi
NU.
ika.
Syempre NU. Sa'yo yan, 2019 nila. That was one of the best pyramid segment or transitions that I've seen. No? And also yan, ito kababanggit lang din ni Marnelli. 2011 yon Marnelli, si Dance Squad. When they were the national champion. 2011.
Ganyan, tapos bumalik, you know.
Yes,
Yun ba yan?
tama po. 2000 niya. Sa college sila. Sa high school, kami, charot lang. Hindi,
Kung hindi pwedeng, syempre kayo.
Hindi nga pwede kayo.
hindi kami pwede kahit forte namin yan eh.
Oo.
Siguro, PNHS.
PNHS.
Yun din yung iniisip ko.
Yeah.
Medyo aligned kami ni Coach. O, sabi ko, kung
Paranaque, no?
syempre,
Wow.
Paranaque. Yeah. Okay.
Pero ayun. I would really want to emphasize yun, yung Visayas Pyramid. Kasi ang dami nagsasabi yung third pyramid kasi. Pero hindi. Second pyramid talaga. Diba Coach Gab? Nasa si Coach Gab.
Ito, ang last ko na this or that.
Okay.
Front handspring or back handspring?
Front handspring. Mas mataas ang score.
Mas mataas ba score?
Well,
Yes po.
depende kung first front handspring o second front handspring kasi mas mahirap yung second front handspring. From front handspring and then you do another.
Number?
Oo, yun
Yung
mas
ano lang,
mahirap.
yung standing lang.
Standing, mas kaya ko kasi ang front handspring.
Pero mas,
Pero I'd go with back handspring kasi mas ano siya. Mas gamit siya.
It's a common
Mas, parang I like watching back handspring.
Nakakatakot kasi.
Nakakatakot.
Ayan. That's my this or that.
Done.
Yes.
Okay. Mine is not. Okay. Mine is not
Thank
this or
you.
that. Di ba? Mine is not this or that. It's more of favorite theme in the UAAP cheer dance competition. Theme and costume, ha? Theme and costume.
Pwedeng hindi isa. Ang dami.
Hindi, isa lang.
Isa lang.
Okay.
ako,
Favorite.
I know,
From-
si Mark.
From Coach Ramon's time to today.
Ito medyo pasta sa akin. Unang-una yung UP Pep. Madonna, syempre. Madonna theme yun. Tama, Madonna theme
Okay.
yun. Yung may sila. Madonna theme yun. Yeah. Yung nagpa-blonde sila ng hair, lahat.
Okay.
That time, yan, para sa akin. Then, for now, for today's generation, NU, yung, what do you call it? Yung parang sila, Mexican
Coco.
sila.
Oo, ako din.
Yun.
Maganda yun, no?
Costume and the routine itself, maganda. Overall, maganda.
Yeah.
So, that too, yung favorite ko, boss.
Well,
Okay, Mark. Sige, you get two
marami
also.
marami akong
From
pwedeng sabihin eh.
The
course.
traditional and the modern era.
Okay, let's start with 2007. Kasi UP Pep Squad did the first unified team, if I remember. Of course, may mga team na before, but in terms of unified team, UP started it where? Sa NCC 2007. Then they bring that to the UAAP cheer dance competition.
Okay.
Iba yung naging impact sa 'di ba sa mga audience kasi they saw something new. 'Di ba? And it became a trend talaga until now. So I have to give the credits to the 2007 rock theme ng UP Pep Squad. Pero mas gusto ko kasi yung yung 2008 nila when they did the tribo. I always mentioned it to Faye Pasqua who is from the UP Pep Squad. Yeah, na gusto ko talaga yung tribo because yun yung parang na-master na nila yung theme nila. Na they went to Pinoy, they became relatable to every Filipino. They wear this parang skin tone na as in tribal from the drums, from the music that they use. Very very Filipino kasi parang imagine una kaya parang went to cheerleading. Also, you have to cite the pantay-pantay theme ng 2014 kasi that was the first time na I felt na hindi siya competition for the UP Pep Squad na parang iba yung dating pag sinabi nila yung pantay-pantay, especially when Grace po raised the placards at first UP, but when she flipped the card pantay-pantay, parang everybody was part of that team, very goosebumps. And for the other schools, of course, NU Pep Squad na Coco, and of course that 2016. So parang yun yung time kasi na parang nag-shift sila from the next to the next level, 'di ba? So I didn't expect that they would do that kind of theme. So it was so surprising. Coco was as well very admirable. Coco, yeah, parang si Coach Archie would agree kasi in terms of the dancing, the festivities, di ba? So
The main.
parang
Nandiyan pa yata si ano
oo.
eh. Si Buntis, si Nelly, nandiyan pa yata sa Coco.
Nelly was para sa
2014.
Disney ata,
14 yan.
tama ba? 2013?
14. 13.
2012?
Kasi
Mga
she was
ganun.
part of the Team Pilipinas 2015, I think. 2015 in the Worlds. So she was part of NU before that. I think
Yes.
Nelly will comment, I'm sure. But
The generation
But
of
that's-
Nelly, no, parang yun yung very inspiring stage ng ng NU Pep Squad.
wala
Because
na daw siya. Wala na daw siya.
during that
Indians
time
po,
talaga,
2015.
Ayan.
ayun.
Indians
Ang sarap
daw siya.
pag-usapan
Indians.
ng cheerleading,
Yep. Bitin talaga eh. But of course, that is all the time that we have for tonight.
Yay!
Honestly, bitin talaga. We really,
Bitin talaga.
but of course, I mean, it's virtual. We can just reach out, I'm sure, anytime, di ba, Coach Archie and
Opo.
Mark, when we need more people to talk to about our favorite sport, cheerleading. So, on behalf of course, my co-host, Boss Itos, thank you so much, Coach Archie and Mark, for joining us tonight. And of course, giving us an insight into the world of cheerleading and what to expect in the upcoming 2021 Virtual Championships. And once again, applications are open until July 17 next week. So send nyo na yan, guys. And kita-kits tayo sa Open Nationals. Happy Friday, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in the palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb.